Shalom. Call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule and teach well. Since your Shalom to the 144,000 to 1/3. So the markets across the world have been crashing to the levels as it was during the C19 of 2020. You got the NASDAQ, the Dow, S&P 500 falling to just about 3% amid recession fears. And Japan's 225 was at a 13% drop just in a few hours. Now, of course, I believe it rebounded. Well, I wouldn't say of course, because things could have just kept going left. But all of this rebounded. But as we know through prophecy, a crash is gonna happen. Now you had, I think it's called, I forget the trading platform name. I forget the name of it. But they banned trading. They banned overnight trading. Because Esau, that's how Esau gets down, man. Esau is a damn devil. He's not just. He's an unjust man. The recession fear shook global markets and drove investors out of risky assets following weak economic data last week, including Friday's soft U.S. payrolls report. Investors worry that the economy is losing steam more rapidly than anticipated, and the Federal Reserve erred by keeping interest rates steady at his last policy meeting. Shares of Apple fell to just under 5%. Berkshire Hathaway halved its stake in an iPhone maker. Billionaire investor Warren Buffett also let cash at Berkshire soar to $277 billion. So these are extremely rich men. All right, $277 billion is fucking insanity, man. Let's get this. James, the 5th chapter and verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. And this is primarily talking about the Edomites, man. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have reaped treasures together for the last day. So this is talking about what? These global elites that have these bunkers full of gold, precious metals, gems, stones. They got their AI technology. They got their food storage. They got all that in them bunkers. Verse 4, behold, the hire of the laborers, the Israelites, men, who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entering to the ears of Yahweh Sabaoth. So this is what? The Esau being put upon trial, man, and he's been found guilty by the prophets. Nevada, Microsoft, and Alphabet, which is Google, also slid. All right, so things were dropping hard, and I checked the charts, man. Things were dropping extremely hard. So the Dow dropped 2.6, S&P 3%, Nas 3.43%. So that's a lot in a day, man. That's billions being wiped, or I believe a trillion or so. Let's look at the chart right now. So they're sitting at Dow sitting at 2.6, S&P 3. So yes, it's still there. Now let's go to Zephaniah, the 1st chapter, and verse 10, and it reads, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. And that's talking about an economic collapse. This economy is going to collapse. It's going to be brought down to bring in that NWO, man, the MOTB. This is what the stock market, crypto, all that's going to go to zero. because the Heavenly Father wants it to go to zero, because the plan is what? The MOTB. That's a part of the Heavenly Father's plan on the left-hand side, to see who's going to get down with Esau, man, and Satan. Because Esau gets his power through Yahweh Shai, Satan. This is Genesis 47 chapter and verse 15. And when money failed in the land of Egypt, so I can just stop right there. And when money failed in the land of Egypt. So as we know, it is written, the Heavenly Father will plague Egypt again. Let's get that account. So this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So, of course, through prophecy and understanding, the Kakwadash, we know this is talking about Babylon the Great. Hence why it says right here, and will destroy all the land thereof. All right? Because Egypt right now isn't destroyed. All right? And the Israelites are in captivity in Egypt under the what? Mizraim, which would be the modern day, what was it? What's that country? Sudan, I believe. Those Sudanese people are the sons of what? Mizraim. Let's get speaking of that, let's go to the riots that's happening in Bangladesh. Let's get that. Why are there what's behind Bangladesh protests against Prime Minister Hassania? Bangladesh is on the boil again, with close to 100 people killed on Sunday as protesters called the Prime Minister Hassania's resignation clash with security forces and supporters of the ruling party. So it's getting violent out there in Bangladesh. I've seen the videos. They cut the internet. I think they have a curfew, shoot on sight curfew. All right, the protest is going crazy in Bangladesh. And guess what? It says right here, the prime minister fled because it's getting wild in Bangladesh, man. Isn't there a song with what's this dude's name, man? Lil Wayne. That song, I'm Millie. It says Bangladesh. I think it says Bangladesh in the beginning of that song, man. Why? I don't know. It just came to my mind. But Bangladesh, that's the only time I fucking heard of Bangladesh is that song. And of course now with these riots, Venezuela. I know Venezuela is having civil unrest too, because of their election. Hey, are we going to see something similar here in Babylon the Great for our elections? Of course we are, because we got Kamala Harris, the fake black woman, and Donald J. Trump. Whoever wins is going to be civil unrest here in Babylon the Great as well. So that's on a table. See if I can get that. Probably not going to find it. It's been a while since the news was brought out about the civil unrest in Venezuela. And this Reuters is be on point, man. Let's get this in. Let's go to let's see, Second Esdras. Second Esdras, the 9th chapter, in verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, you got Bangladesh, you got Venezuela, you got Kenya, you got EU was on the rise for a little bit, it's died down, but France be having civil unrest a lot. Italy is protesting, because Italy heavily rely. I think it's Italy. It might be Spain. Might be getting them mixed up. But one of those, whatever those places are, they rely heavily on tourism. So the tourist spots are more well kept. There's more money flow in those tourist spots, and the citizens of that area ain't liking that. Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Heavenly Father has had all this planned out since the beginning, since the creations. This is the end of society. Eon, all right, not oikoumene. It's Eon and Cosmos, all right. Cosmos too, because Esau's rulership, man. And Eon, because this is the era of his rulership. Let's go to Second Ezra 13 chapter. In verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, and one city against another, and one place against another, and one people against another, and one realm against another. So it's going to be war. Everywhere. Everywhere is going to be some type of war, man. It's not going to be no peace. No peace for the wicked. And these heathens, Esau, the 2/3, are about to catch the boot. There's no stopping it, because this is all the plan of the Heavenly Father from the beginning. This isn't something new. Let's go see if I can get this account. Iran is supposedly going to strike the small hats tonight. I believe Donald J. Trump made mention of that. Let's see if Reuters got some info on that. All right, perfect. This is cool right here. U.S. passes message to Iran not to escalate at critical moment for West Asia. And yeah, look at the economy of the world right now. And I'll imagine if Iran just pelts them small hats with missiles. The U.S. has been urging other countries through diplomatic channels to tell Iran that escalation in the West Asia is not in their interest. Yeah, it is. Esau wants war. He's a bloodthirsty animal. Iran has blamed has blamed Israel and said it will punish it. Israeli officials have not claimed responsibility for the killing. Iran backs Hamas. Iran just flows off the tongue better than Iran from just reading it, which is at war with Israel and Gaza, and also the Lebanese group Hezbollah, which senior military commander Shakur was killed in the Israeli strike on Beirut last week. And it's been confirmed that Russia is nonstop sending military weaponry to Iran, man. Just unloading their military capabilities for them, because they gonna put in work. Them Iranians, man. This is gonna keep escalating. Things are about to pop off on a large scale. Let's go to Mark 13 chapter and verse 8. For nation shall rise against nation. Salakia, hold on. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. So this is what's popping off, and it's gonna keep. Salaki is gonna keep increasing. You're gonna see. You got China and Taiwan too lurking. And of course, the big game, World War III, which is what? These small hats being the least of the flock. Let's end this off in 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 16, verse 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courts of their actions shall stand in their power. So everything that's about to happen is going to be mass confusion. There's not going to be no unity in the coming days. The only true unity will be amongst the elect, man. Everybody else is going to be full of chaos, death,